Good evening, Tallahassee. It is a beautiful evening out there right now, 69 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky. We have that north wind right now, right around 9 miles an hour. All across the Big Bend right now, highs in the mid to upper 60s. Generally across the board, it's been an absolutely fantastic day. The Muggy meter will show you, except for South Florida, everyone is smiling and having a great time because of that lack of humidity. For the next 24 hours or so, we can see a few showers might try to creep into the area for our Halloween. We'll break that forecast down for you here tonight on FSU weather. Tonight in Tally, though, 54. We have those mostly clear skies and that north wind hanging around. We also have an invest in the Gulf, or excuse me, in the Caribbean that we're going to have to watch out for tonight. After that, mid-70s still sticking around this weekend. Like I said, that Caribbean storm we're really going to have to watch, and lows are going to be in the 40s as we go into next week. Find out just how cold it'll be. FSU weather starts right now.
Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist David Stoltz. Thank you, Zach, or should I call you Ron, for that overview. Yes, we're going to have absolutely beautiful weather this weekend here in the Big Bend area, with highs not making it much above 70 and actually in the 80s. I mean, on Sunday we'll be in the upper 70s and getting close to 80, but guess what? There'll be another cold front pushing through the area, which will reinforce the cool air we just had with actually colder air, where we will be in at nighttime lows on Monday and Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday will be in the 40s, as Zach was saying in an overview. So it's definitely great fall weather to get outside and do these outdoor activities, whether it's hiking or biking or walking the dog or just going to the park and throwing a frisbee with your friends. The other thing we're going to talk about tonight is the tropics, where we have to watch a invest in the Caribbean, which has an 80% chance of development. Hurricane season just does not want to end. And looking at the calendar, it really doesn't end officially till November 30th. But usually this time of year we don't have any storms, on average. But yes, this hurricane season does not want to end, so it's something we've got to keep an eye on out there. And if you're going trick-or-treating, whether tomorrow night, I believe, is trick-or-treating, tomorrow's Halloween, it's going to be great weather for getting out, taking the kids around the local neighborhoods and collecting that candy. So we have to talk about all this and more on FSU weather, so stick around, and I believe Zach is going to take a look at the local weather, what's going on around Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice out there, like I said, today, and, the low was 54, so y'all really felt that if you had to be up early this morning for any reason. It's actually right about where average should be. Our high, however, was a little bit cooler than average there at 78 degrees. The record high, though, back in 1998, 88 degrees, and the low was 30. So we actually we have been freezing this time of year in the past. It's a welcome contrast, though. Beautiful blue sunny skies overlooking the sun, setting over Doak Campbell Stadium tonight to 69 degrees, an absolutely fantastic evening. Nothing is showing up on the radar. That's a little bit of ground clutter, a few little sprinkles there that are not hitting the ground, that are not real. There is not even any cloud cover in this shot. Right now, all around the Big Bend, still keeping those highs, the current temperatures and the highs were right around that 70-degree mark for most places. We've cooled off a couple degrees since then. Another chilly night expected overnight. You're at 66 right now in Quincy. And those wind speeds and directions really out of the north and northwest, generally over the whole area, somewhere between 5 and 10 miles an hour. We have a couple of stations deciding to take an early Halloween break, and Perry has still not reported weather for a couple of weeks now. Looking generally at the dew points, it's light. It's hard to see anything. 50s are showing up, and that is really comfortable conditions. We're talking about much drier, in some cases 20 degrees drier than where we were this time yesterday. Scattered showers and storms start to move in, though, as we get into our Halloween evening. So hopefully you guys can get the trick-or-treating in before any rain showers potentially move in. Most likely, Tallahassee is going to stay dry, at least for a good part of the Halloween. Hopefully it's going to hold off until after dark. Tonight, though, 60s, generally widespread pretty much throughout the entire Tallahassee metro area. 62 here in the city proper. 62 also in Valdosta and Perry is going to be a little bit warmer at 63. Apalachicola, you're down there by the water, and St. Mark's, a couple degrees warmer. As we get into your Halloween, nice, look at that, 70s, and a few scattered clouds as we get later on into the evening, not too bad. Tonight, however, in Tally, we're getting really close to that full moon. It's almost there. Tomorrow is the actual official full moon. 55 degrees on your moonlit night. Your marine forecast, if you do happen to be heading out to the beach tomorrow, going to be in the 70s. Winds and waves not too shabby. Looking at your week ahead, it's bright and brilliant sunshine for everyone, and I think that's definitely a welcome sign of relief. It's going to start warming up, though, a little, David, as we get into Thursday and Friday of next week, but overall, I can't complain about this.
Absolutely not. It's actually beautiful weather. Who can complain about that? I mean, it's just going to be absolutely gorgeous. And here, look at the southeast. Absolutely no cloud cover on the radar currently, and that cold front has moved the whole way down into the Keys. It's probably going to stall out down there and become a stationary front, but from now the southeast is just looking at absolutely beautiful dry weather. And here's a dry slot of air that has come in behind the cold front. This brown here represents very dry, low humidity, low dew points. It's just absolutely great weather. Enjoy it while it lasts, and because we have some moisture coming into the area, which will bring some increased showers, but only for a short period of time, because even though you can't see it, there's another trough behind this that's going to bring reinforced cool air. And currently temperatures around the southeast, if you're in Miami, it's 83 degrees. It's on the warm and muggy side, still close to the cold front, where the cold front is located. Up here in Little Rock, though, low dew points and low humidity at 59 degrees. And here in Tallahassee, 69 degrees, very comfortable outside. And around Augusta, where they're going to have the golf tournament in 2 weeks from now. In Augusta, you can see beautiful, beautiful weather, all sunshine around, and in the low to mid 70s for today. And the dew point temperatures, as I was showing you the moisture radar, you can see that there's low dew points, 39 in Little Rock, 40 in Atlanta. But as you go down into South Florida, those dew points begin to get on the higher side and very uncomfortable. And look at all this dry air on the moisture map. This dry, looks like moisture is trying to creep northward towards North Florida, but it's not going to make it, because we will have another cold front come through on Sunday night. And futurecast shows just some showers and clouds coming off the Atlantic as the winds shift out of the east-northeast around the high pressure that's located up here. But that's about all. No major weather events for the southeast. Tonight's lows, if you'd like it on the cold side, you want to go to Little Rock at 38, or maybe even Tupelo at 41 degrees, and Charleston, South Carolina at 52, Jacksonville 60, and as you go further into South Florida, it does get on the warmer side. Tomorrow's forecast high is absolutely beautiful in the southeast. Look at it, 68 in Tupelo, Atlanta 64. They're cleaning up after that, all the storm damage from Tropical Storm Zeta going through there, so it'd be a great weekend to be able to clean up all the trees and stuff that have fallen and the debris. 77 in Tallahassee tomorrow, and 85 degrees in Miami with some showers near that cold front. So I'm going to hand things off to Zach now, who's going to talk about the things around Florida.
Yeah, let's take a look at our favorite state. Of course, Panama City Beach right now, one of the most popular spots to visit in our area. You know, it is a holiday weekend, maybe not necessarily associated with going to the beach for many, but in Florida, there's never really a bad time to go to the beach. Still bright, beautiful, sunny skies out there. Really looking around the state right now, it's a tale of two seasons. Here in the northern half of the state, the 60s over to around 70, Jacksonville, Gainesville, and then, you know, once you get south of about I-4, things really start heating up, and it still kind of looks and feels more like a summertime pattern. You get down here towards Fort Myers and Miami with those temperatures in the mid-80s, and the dew points will also show that as well. Little last piece and bit of humidity down there in the southern part of the state. We have some pretty unhappy faces here in Key West and Miami, where the humidity really just seems to never go away. All smiles here, though. Like I said, right around north of that I-4 corridor, everyone is happy to see there's reduced humidity values and there's reduced dew points. Those northerly winds bring in that drier air. A little bit of onshore flow there, however, in Miami, that front refuses to cross you. It gets really, really close, but not sure really how, you know, if it's really going to truly pass you. You can see the showers down here associated with that front. Nothing is moving here in the South Florida area. In Miami, just expect those scattered showers to kind of stick around. Up here to the north, however, though, really nothing to show on the radar. And as we go over towards Panama City, it is bright, it is sunny, as we saw, on the camera out there. Overall, not too bad. Future radar showing really pretty clear conditions across much of the southeast, Florida included. But then, as David said, we have the return of those easterly winds, bringing some of the moisture off the Atlantic. And once again, a couple light scattered showers, especially over towards Jacksonville. Can't rule that out for your Halloween forecast. Now, tomorrow across the state, 70s really across the north here, and then 80s continuing to get warmer as we get into the bulk of the peninsula. And our warm spot tomorrow looks to be Tampa on this map, 87 degrees, and the sun will be out in full force. So still an absolutely gorgeous day to get out there, spend some time with your family and friends, and have a great evening. Right now in Miami, I said for tomorrow, expect those storms to keep sticking around as that front is really not going to be moving all that much. Tampa, still expecting dry and sunny conditions with highs in the 80s or so. Looking at the Bucks versus the Giants this weekend, though. The Bucks, of course, are away. It's not going to be 40s in Miami, but overall, really chilly conditions for football. And we get over towards Jacksonville. 74 tomorrow with those onshore showers possible, and then, the sun will come back. And then look at that on Monday, 64 degrees, another reinforcing shot of cold air. And then, of course, we have to watch Invest 96, potentially developing. It's get up to an 80% chance over the next few days of development and 90% over the next 5 days. So looks like right now it's going to continue heading west and not affecting us here in Florida. But, David, it's definitely something we still have to watch because it's kind of crazy this time of year what hurricane season has done.
You're absolutely right, Zach. These storms can form down here in the Caribbean, and a trough, if it digs deep enough into the Gulf of Mexico, can actually lift those storms up into the southeastern United States, as we saw with Zeta. So we got to keep an eye on what the storm is going to do. And there's plenty of time to keep an eye on this. It's not something that's coming directly towards us. And so, but like Zach was saying, we need to keep an eye on it because hurricane season is not over, and it's unpredictable. It's too far out to really tell where this storm may go. I was just talking to the producer of the show tonight, and he was telling me that I thought that we had tied the record for the most storms in a year with 2005. However, in 2006, when they reviewed 2005 season, they actually added a storm that should have been part of the count. So we're actually not, we will tie with the next named storm, Eta, if it forms, and if and when it forms in the Caribbean. We'll have a tie of 28 storms with 2005. So we've got 2 more storms to go to actually beat the record that was in 2005. And so we're going to keep an eye on the Caribbean and continue to just monitor what's going on, but enjoy this weather that we're having because it's just absolutely beautiful weather here in the southeast and in Florida. And it's just wonderful fall weather with no worries about any storms or any severe weather at this time. It's just a good time to get out this weekend and enjoy nature because a lot of times we get cooped up inside due to the COVID pandemic. And this is going to be great weather to get outside and really enjoy yourself and enjoy your friends and family. And do remember to social distance, obviously, and wear your mask indoors when you're in crowds and stuff. So it's just something, or just a reminder of things that are going on here in 2020. But I'll hand things off to Zach, who's going to take a look at, I believe, the tropics, maybe?
Yes. We're going to take a quick look at the tropics, and let me scoot over a little bit here so you can get a better look. But the FSU Weather Hurricane Center tonight, thankfully we're not tracking any named storms at this very moment. However, like David said, if I was a betting man, I would have to say that my money would go with 2020 rather than the record books. I think all the records are kind of up for grabs this year. We said, here is the list. Of course, Zeta was active, and I guess it still kind of exists, not really in any kind of tropical fashion, but it has well and on gone out to sea, and it is so far away from us now. You won't believe that it was making landfall just 2 days ago. The next storm of name, of course, would be Eta. Now, this would be the first Eta. David mentioned that, it is another storm was added in 2006. However, it was not given a name because it would be named out of order from when it was discovered. So the number of storms is not going to be record-breaking with the next one. However, this will be the first named Eta we have in the Atlantic basin. So everyone in the studio shaking their head. It's been one of those years. Here is the development zone right now. Now the low is not quite there yet. It's over here just west of the Windward and Leeward Islands, but it's going to continue to push its way here to the west as time goes on. Right now, models, are generally all over the place. However, we're going to take a look at that in just a second. Here is the remnants of what's left of Zeta and the front. You can see the front kind of draped out here. The front and Zeta kind of went together, and man, there is the guts of Zeta just strung out over the North Atlantic. So wind shear really took advantage of it, and it is gone. Here's that upper level water vapor. We do have a general area of disturbance. I'll get out of the way of the disturbance we're watching, which is right here just south of San Juan or so. And really dry air as we get up here towards Florida, associated with that front, and of course the cold front stalled out right now around Miami. So here's the future radar, not really a radar, but a model's depiction of where the massive precipitation is going to go. So you can see the ball of moisture here kind of generally make its way westward as time goes on. So as we get Sunday into Monday, this is going to continue to push off to the west. Some models are kind of bringing it farther north. However, recent consensus has been to kind of push this thing towards Central America. So for all of our sakes here in the United States, we are kind of hoping that stays so. As farther out here in the Atlantic, really nothing to worry about this time of year. As time goes on, we generally worry about this African continent and the waves much less than usual. So generally this time of year, looking closer to home. What do you think, David?
Yeah, we'll take a look at the national picture, and really not much going on, to be honest with you. We're going to look at the drought monitor first. As far as the drought goes, there is drought going on. So there is really severe and extreme drought over here in the west, and they continue to be plagued with wildfires as there just continues to be not enough moisture or precipitation, whether snow or rain, to really help douse and really get rid of these dry conditions. And the southeast is totally opposite. It's like, two different sides of the coin. Over here, just no drought for really any part of the southeast. And northeast has a little bit of drought, but I believe they will make up for that this winter with hopefully some good snowfall. And out west, you see just nothing out here to produce any kind of precipitation. The cold front up in the northwest and the stationary front across Montana with a little bit of snow in the upper elevations and rain for the valleys. And we can see the jet stream dipping down here across the southeast. It's bringing us that cooler weather into the eastern part of the country. Except for South Florida, you can see that there's the warm and muggy conditions down there. And out west, pretty much not much going on. None of just warm temperatures in the southwest there and in southern Texas, but really nothing to really help with the wildfires out there. And you can see out west here, there is a dry slot of air. This is the next trough that will actually come into the southeast and bring us a reinforcement of cold air coming into early next week, Sunday into Monday. And currently right now in the southeast, you see all this dry air over the southeast and Florida. And we're going to take a picture, look at the radar for the northwest. There is some rain and showers and snow activity up in Montana, but really this is not reaching the places that have the wildfires in Colorado, Utah, and California, and Oregon. It's just, we need some relief there. In the Midwest, absolutely clear, cold weather. It's going to be a cold night tonight as there's no cloud cover to really block that radiation from getting out into space. So it'll be radiational cooling in the Midwest. And in the Northeast, you see some showers and storms, some snowfall associated with the leftovers of Zeta. It's on the back end of what's left of Zeta in the cold front. That will be moving out over the next 12 hours. And future radar, really nothing going on across most of the country. Clear in the middle part of the country and out west. And the only place where there's really any shower activity is over Florida, and some snow activity up here near the Great Lakes. And temperatures tonight are going to be on the cold side, of course. We've had that cold front go through, and it's getting closer to winter. So you can see 31 degrees in Chicago, 39 in Washington, D.C., and out west here in Denver, 40 degrees, Albuquerque, 40. So it's cold temperatures up here. And in the southeast, it's pretty much the only place you're going to find the warmer weather. We are the warm spot down here in Miami, 84. In the northeast, you can expect temperatures in the upper 40s, low 50s. And out west, you can see in out California, near San Francisco and Los Angeles, in the mid-70s, probably actually comfortable out there also. And I'm going to hand things off to Zach now. He's going to talk about the weekend weather here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, we have our lifestyle forecast. Now, of course, the lifestyle we're talking about right now is spooky season. We only have a day left, so let's make the most of it, guys. The weather is really going to permit that. If you're going on a dinner date tonight, however, though, 69 degrees right now, and as we get into the evening, really cooling off slowly. So, those middle 60s, there will be clear skies if you want to head to the park or outside of town, maybe do some stargazing. It's absolutely gorgeous night for that. Won't be too chilly or too windy. As we look at the 3-day forecast, however, still having the sun out. The model kind of threw a couple of those showers in there. We're going to keep, though, most part of the day going to be dry, 75 degrees, 76 on Sunday, and then Monday, the high of only 64 degrees as we start your work week. So maybe if you can possibly take a day off, or you get lucky and get to get off work and go do something, spend some time outside. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous this weekend and into the start of next week. Anywhere you see the blue and the purple shading on this map, that is dry air, really dry air. A little bit of resurgence of moisture, however, and of course, the only place in the country that gets it is Florida. South Florida, where the summer and the humidity never seem to go away. Tallahassee, we're right kind of here on that edge of where some of that moisture might try to leak back into. But Tampa down towards Miami, yeah, that's where we're going to stay stuck around with those high dew point values. Sunday morning, getting up for a church or just take the dog for a walk, 61 degrees. We have those partly cloudy skies. It's going to be a fantastic morning. In the next 24 hours, let's take that model look one more time. You see from behind my back here, we have some showers kind of skirting their way into the area. This is 6 o'clock, however, on Saturday. So the majority of your day tomorrow, maybe head out to a trunk or treat. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. No weather to worry about whatsoever. Nationally, however, tomorrow, maybe you're trying to get away somewhere. Generally, I would keep it in the southern half of the country. Up north, things get chilly, and we do have a small chance of precipitation if we get up to the Pacific Northwest, but generally everyone else is going to be looking pretty nice. Things generally warm up as you go from north to south. So, Memphis 66, you're right in the middle, that's pretty nice. Detroit 48, that's a little cold for my taste, and Boston, you're getting some snow right now, but might be melting a little bit as we get into the day tomorrow with those 44-degree temperatures and the bright sunny skies. David, like I said, I can't complain about this weather, and it's pretty nice to report.
It's very easy to report too, because there's
Absolutely, yeah.
it's just like, hey, it's nice, beautiful weather outside. It's in the 70s. I mean, you can't beat that. And so yeah, today's high reached 71 degrees here in Tallahassee, and a low of 54. 54 is kind of close to the average, but today's high was actually below average. As far as being close to any records, we did not come close to 88, which was set in 1998, or we did not come close to that 30-degree record low in 1945. Not looking to break any records in the near future or anything, so we're good there. Currently it is 69 degrees in Tallahassee under bright blue sunny skies, with winds out of the north at 9 miles per hour. Nothing on the radar to talk about. Maybe just some ground clutter that is showing up here and there, but there's nothing. It is absolutely clear. It is beautiful out there. When we look at the radar for North Florida, and yet again, it is absolutely nothing out there to talk about from Jacksonville down to Orlando area. And here we're looking at the water vapor. There's, like I said earlier, there's dry air that's moving into the air, bringing those cooler and much more comfortable temperatures. And you can see where the cold front has stalled. It's about to stall out. It's down over the Keys here. You can see where the separation of the dry air and the moist tropical air mass down there. And around the Big Bend area, you can see temperatures are currently 67 degrees in Bainbridge, 68 in Valdosta, and here in Tallahassee at 69 degrees. And those winds are out of the north, ushering in that cooler air, 3 miles per hour in Thomasville, 9 miles per hour here in Tallahassee. And those northern winds are going to bring that cooler air in, and that drier air, making these muggy meter faces happy in North Florida, but of course they're sad and just out sort of crazy down in South Florida because it is still humid near that cold front. And next 24 hours, nothing really showing up over here, just some clouds moving in from the east and maybe some showers in our eastern counties tomorrow in the next 24 hours due to the wind shifting out of the east and bringing that moisture off the Atlantic Ocean. And tonight's lows around the Big Bend area, anywhere from 62 in Valdosta, 62 here in Tallahassee, and Apalachicola near the water, 64 degrees. And tonight, you expect a low of 54 degrees in Tallahassee under clear skies, and a north wind at 5 miles per hour, bringing that cooler air in tonight. For the marine forecast, not really a good day to get out on the water. Winds will be on the brisk side out north at 10 knots, and the seas will be 3 to 4 feet and choppy, but it'll be sunny skies, so maybe a good day to go for a walk on the beach. But I don't know if I'd want to be out in the water with those kind of conditions. Going out tomorrow, if you go out and about, do your shopping, or go to the park, or just get outside and get some fresh air. At 12 o'clock, expect a temperature of 71 degrees, and the temperature will slowly get up into the mid-70s, making maybe to 74 by 3, and then temperatures will begin to drop off at 6 p.m. at 73 degrees. Looking at the week ahead, you see Saturday, Halloween Day. It's beautiful weather, high 75. Don't forget to turn your clocks back. Sunday morning, 2 a.m., actually, you can do it before you go to bed. You don't have to wait till 2 a.m. in the morning to turn your clocks back. Remember, it's fall back. And then Monday, 65. Look at this temperatures drop as we get into next week, 65 for Monday. Just beautiful weather throughout the rest of the week. Temperatures will slowly rebound back to the upper 70s, but still beautiful weather. And Zach, you can't beat this weather.
You absolutely cannot. It's a fantastic forecast. We love to report it, and we love to see it. It's been too often this year that you're either stuck inside because it's unhealthy to be outside or with other people, or it's just plain outright miserable. Personally, for those of you who have watched the show, I'm from a northern region, and so it's more difficult to get used to those muggy conditions. But right now, just for the next 7 days, it's looking absolutely gorgeous. Tomorrow for your Halloween, this is the best Halloween forecast I've seen in a long time for anywhere I've been. 75 degrees, we have that beautiful bright sun out there. Sunday too, really not getting much better, or not getting much worse. Those cooler temperatures though, 48 degrees for that low on Halloween night. And then as we get into next week, we're starting to warm up a little bit after that shot of cooler air though on Monday. A low of 44 degrees, and that's in the city. So folks, if you're outside the city or in a low-lying area, you could see a couple degrees cooler even than that. So might be worthy bringing out the jackets. And then as we get into next week too, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, starting to warm up a little bit closer to average, but still with those partly cloudy skies, we're not talking about anything crazy in terms of precipitation chances or anything like that. So, like I said, I'm going to be taking advantage of it. I'm heading to the park tomorrow, hopefully throwing some Frisbee before going home and eating some candy. You got to have a nice balance there of activities. But yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous weekend to take your family out, like I said, out to the park, maybe go to a trick or treat or a trunk or treat, anything like that. And be sure also this weekend, follow us on Twitter and Facebook at FSU Weather Extensions. Watch us live on YouTube if you are not right now at youtube.com/FSU Weather. And follow us on Instagram. We want to see the best Halloween costumes, especially anything that happens to be weather related. We would love to see it. Guys, like I said, 2020 has been a lot of negativity. Let's bring some positivity in. The weather is finally going to be positive for once. We're taking a break from the tropics. We're taking a break from the rain, at least for the time being. I'm here to be positive. It's a great way to end the show, and it's a great way to end your week here. I'm student meteorologist Zach Richards, and for all of us here at FSU Weather, happy Halloween. Thank you for joining us, and I'm here tonight to remind you, stay classy, Tallahassee.